Scotchman Industries would like to take this opportunity to thank you for purchasing one of the finest ironworkers on the market today. The purpose of this video is to help you become acquainted with the general operation of this equipment and also to assist you with the proper setup methods. In all moving machinery, there is the possibility of operator injury. It is our goal to keep this potential to an absolute minimum. It is Scotchman Industries' most sincere wish that management will make this video mandatory viewing. In these times of constant changes in the workforce, you can never be too careful. At Scotchman Industries, we are not only concerned with sales, we are concerned with operator safety and satisfaction. Please consider this video as additional visual instruction and not a replacement for the operator's manual. Please read the operator's manual. This video covers the basic operation and safety procedures for our Scotchman 5014 CM Ironworker. Before going any further, Scotchman Industries would like to place special emphasis on the following points prior to operating this machine. Wear the appropriate personal protective equipment. Safety glasses are required at all times, whether operating, setting up, or observing this machine in operation. Since heavy pieces of metal with sharp edges can be processed in this machine, the operator should also wear steel-toed shoes and leather gloves. All of the guards and awareness barriers must remain installed on the machine and kept in good working order. Replace worn or damaged parts promptly with authorized parts. Never place any part of your body into or under any of the machine's moving parts, strippers, or hold-down devices. The operators of this machine must be qualified and well-trained in the operation of the machine. The operators must be aware of the capacities of the machine and the proper use of the hold-down devices, strippers, and guards provided with the machine. Strictly comply with all warning labels and decals on the machine. Never remove any of the labels and replace worn or damaged labels promptly. Always disconnect and lock out the power when performing maintenance work or setting up any tooling on the machine. Follow the procedures outlined in the operator's manual for setting up, changing, or aligning any tooling on this machine. Never operate this machine with dull or damaged tooling. Replace worn punches, dies, and blades promptly. Practice good housekeeping. Keep the area around the machine clear and well lit. Do not obstruct the operator's position by placing anything around the machine that would impede the operator's access to the machine. Never modify this machine in any way without the written permission of the manufacturer. Never leave this machine running unattended. Set up a program of routine inspections and maintenance for this machine. Make all repairs and adjustments in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. An operator's manual was shipped with the machine. If you did not receive your copy, please contact the factory or the local dealer immediately, and one will be sent to you no charge. Scotchman Industries has provided the latest state-of-the-art in control panels for our ironworkers. In order to run this piece of equipment, you should familiarize yourself with the control panel. In the upper right-hand corner is the main disconnect switch. When the switch is in the off position, you can put your lockout device in the specifically designed slot that prevents turning the machine on. To the left of the disconnect switch is the emergency stop button. This button will shut down the machine when depressed. To start the machine, place the disconnect switch in the on position, pull out the emergency stop button, and push the green on button. This lever selects either the punch or the shear position. When the lever is placed in the shear position, the shear and tool table open and the punch closes. When the lever is placed in the punch position, the punch opens and the shear and tool table close. The first and most important procedure we will demonstrate is the Scotchman method of changing and aligning punches and dies. Failure to properly align punches and dies can cause serious bodily injury to personnel and/or damage the equipment. Please observe the procedure very closely and use the Scotchman method. Place the machine in the shear position. Turn the machine's electrical power off by pressing the red mushroom off button. Remove the stripper by pressing down on the tab and pulling it toward you. Loosen and remove the 2 bolts holding the die holder and remove the die holder and spacer. Remove the die from the die holder and set it aside. Use a wrench to loosen and remove the jam nut and punch. Select the proper punch and die, and with both in your hand, insert the punch into the die, making sure they mate with a minimum of 1/32 of an inch clearance. All Scotchman No. 20 punches and dies are engraved with their sizes. As an example, an 11/16 punch should be mated with an 11/16 die. On all Scotchman No. 20A punches and dies, a clearance of 1/32 inch is built in. Various clearances can be used for different applications, but we recommend you contact the factory for this information. Please note, all of our No. 20 shaped punches, including ovals, squares, hexagon, and special order punches, are supplied with a locking keyway machined into the punch. This keyway mates with a key built into the machine's punch barrel. When using shaped punches, care must be taken to make sure the keyway in the punch aligns with the key in the machine. Insert the punch into the jam nut and turn the jam nut assembly onto the punch ram and tighten using a wrench. If you are using a shaped punch, rotate the punch by hand until it seats on the key before tightening the jam nut. Clean the die holder cavity and insert the die into the die holder so that the flat spot on the die lines up with a set screw in the die shoe and tighten firmly. Place the die holder on the punch bolster and raise it up so the punch is in the die, and insert the spacer under the die holder. Tighten the 2 bolts holding the die holder by snugging one and then the other until both are tightened firmly. Check the alignment of the punch and die. Replace the stripper. Lubricate the punch and die every 5 to 10 holes. For safety in tool life, you should periodically check the alignment of the punch and die and the tightness of the bolts in the die holder, the set screw holding the die, and the punch retaining nut holding the punch. One additional precaution before we conclude our segment on punching: never punch material thicker than the diameter of the punch. As an example, a 1/4 inch punch will not have the strength to punch into 1/2 inch thick steel. Any effort to attempt this can cause punch breakage and possible harm to the operator. This concludes the segment covering the Scotchman method of changing punches and dies on the Model 5014 CM. Both sides of the stripper must be in contact with the material being punched to be effective. If this doesn't happen, the tonnage of the machine will retract the punch, causing the material to tilt, and the result will be breakage or damage to the punch and possible injury to the operator. The use of stroke controls can greatly increase efficiency and tool life. The stroke controls can be adjusted to eliminate excessive free travel. For additional safety in tool life, use the stroke controls. The angle shear on this model is a component tool type that mounts on the tool table. Never place your hands into or around the angle shear when it is in operation. The maximum capacity of the angle shear is 4 by 4 by 3/8 at 90 degrees and 2 by 2 by 3/8 at 45 degrees. For quality cuts, always feed the material into the tool on a true horizontal plane. Lubrication is very important. We recommend lubricating blades after every 10 to 15 cuts. When using the flat bar shear on your Scotchman Ironworker, always use the hold-down device. Never put any part of your body between the hold down and the material to be sheared. The maximum tonnage available is to the left or closest to the pivot point. For lighter material, move to the right for better quality on the cut-off piece. Do not attempt to shear pieces that are less than 3 1/2 inches, as they are too short for the hold down to grip, and this will cause the material to kick up, and the result will be a poor quality cut and possible damage to the machine. Please lubricate every 5 to 10 cuts. Scotchman offers many optional tools for this machine, including brakes, pipe notchers, tube shears, rod shears, picket tools, and many other specialty tools. If you currently have any of these optional tools or order them in the future, please refer to the operator's manual and the instructions that come with the tool for the proper and safe method of setting up and using the tool. In summary, it is virtually impossible to cover all the applications when you combine machinery and man, especially when you have the ability to use the power source of this machine for tooling other than Scotchman-built tooling. Good common sense and respect for the tonnage these machines develop is very important. With proper lubrication and maintenance, your Scotchman Ironworker will produce many safe, trouble-free hours of operation. If you have any questions regarding the operation of this machine, don't take any risks. Call your local dealer or Scotchman Industries and we will be happy to assist you. This video belongs to your company or person that purchased the machine. Please use it as a ready reference periodically for continued safe operation or as a training video for new employees. Please consider this video as additional visual instruction and not a replacement for the manual. Please read the operator's manual. If this video or manual becomes inoperable or misplaced, please call the factory at 1-800-843-8844 toll-free, and we will send you a replacement at no charge. Thank you for taking the time to view this video.